Guys, waking up this morning was miserable. I was like a hollow shell of a man. John backshots, huh? Do I have to enable this emote? How do we see this? Maybe I can see it already? But you can't see it on the stream, right? So I'm kind of wondering if I have to enable it. I'll also be ready in about 3 minutes. Right now. Whoa. Sean, you can't die after 10 p.m. when I get off work. Oh, I'm not dead. 35 today? I can't believe I went from 19 to 30 yesterday. I have not seen any of the BlizzCon stuff, so I'm excited to watch it. I stained my desk. What? Okay, what are wicks made out of? Like a wick from a candle? I like got some on my desk, and my desk is like not a stainable surface, and it won't come off. Warcraft franchise look good. Let's take a look. I'm kind of excited to try the new Apex season. BlizzCon 2023. Wait, it's live?
It can be very valuable to be able to quickly.
All right, let's watch everything at BlizzCon. Cause I'm gonna go to BlizzCon tomorrow, so we might as well look at it now. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Oh, I'm like really red. This can be fixed. I forgot what this is called. I need to download Elgato Keylight. I already own one, so I don't need to buy one. But I do need to download the... Wait, I already have this? Elgato. Okay, I got it. Is it also better if the camera is like closer to me? Or do you guys like seeing my entire room? I can get you guys like really in my face. It kind of feels like it's better if it's lower. Cause I like slouch when I game. Cause I get like tired, you know? Alright, let's check out the BlizzCon stuff. I've heard... Whoa. I went bald. Oh no, I like comb my hair backwards and then it's like drying right now. I'll take off my headset after. Oh, you want to see my credit card? Okay. I think you also need the street that I grew up on, right? And my mother's maiden name. All right, let's check this out. BlizzCon happened today, 2023 Anaheim. I'm curious like what they have to offer. Okay, I'm gonna be super honest. Don't give a fuck about Overwatch. Tell me if the video's too loud. I want World of Warcraft content. This is a lot of Overwatch I'm seeing. Pretty upset about it. I'm gonna push you guys back slightly. I'm insecure about you guys seeing me in 4K. I heard that they made a Warcraft Clash Royale game. The new WoW retail cinematic is progress. Listen, we're not playing... I don't think we're going to play retail WoW. And the trailers are always hella good. I'm going to be here tomorrow. Wait, did they do all the announcements on the first day? Or did they announce stuff on the second day as well?
Please welcome the president of Blizzard Entertainment, Mike Ibarra.
The president of Blizzard?
Let's go!
So this is the Steve Jobs of Blizzard Entertainment.
How's everybody doing? Oh man, you know, this is the best gaming community in the world, hands down. Hands down. Thank you, wow.
That feels like a bait that he said that. A lot of this initial showcase is skippable. I don't really care about watching him Steve Jobs though. I kind of want to see like what he creates.
Have made connections that I had in mind.
Okay, I get it.
Eventually become.
Who's this guy?
StarCraft 2 was a major catalyst for the evolution of games as live entertainment. World of Warcraft.
I would arguably say that StarCraft 2 was a failure. I don't know what you guys think. I think StarCraft 2 was not good.
But really, it introduced a much.
I'm trying to see if I'm trying to make sure I don't skip any gameplay
Everything
stuff.
we do is for all of you, and it's an honor to be a part of these worlds with you. Now, welcome to BlizzCon.
I'll have you guys know, once upon a time, BlizzCon was the best company in the entire world. I don't care what anyone says. They used to be the greatest.
You wanted to see if there was more out there. Well, see for yourself.
That's him! They put that kid into the video game.
See if there was more out there.
They do that on purpose? Look, okay, this is him.
Well,
Like, it's the same guy. They literally took a kid from the audience and put him in Overwatch.
see for yourself.
And then they changed McCree's name to whatever his face is. I still think Genji and Hanzo is the coolest cinematic ever.
I'm gonna kick every one of you in the face.
I really think Overwatch had the most potential to be like fucking good.
Did you really think this would be a fair fight?
Oh my god. That was disgusting.
Oh my god. I love flats.
Mama's got you!
I am him.
I'm in my widow era now. Wow.
Wait, how is she playing with her hair and she offed the guy in the head?
And you out there, the fans, it's been a joy to share this experience with all of you. Thank you so much.
Come on. It's time I showed you something.
I think Blizzard should just fuck video games and Blizzard should just make movies. I think Blizzard could just make
Please
movies for the rest of their lives. Like,
Overwatch
fuck
game
esports,
director,
fuck video
Aaron
games. Like,
Keller.
dude, you've already proven you can make games. Just make movies. Claire from Counter-Strike plays Overwatch. I would watch every Blizzard movie ever.
Hello, BlizzCon. Ever since we first revealed Overwatch in 2014, you have grown this universe into something truly unique and beautiful.
I'm like low-key cringing if
Every
they're gonna
single day,
try
we
and
see
defend
millions of
Overwatch 2.
players jumping into matches, forging new friendships, and showing off their skills. We launched Overwatch 2 last October, and it has been such an incredible year. Since then, you've been crushed by Diva's mech over 26 million times.
Wait, I
Had
don't
more
think
than
Overwatch 2
79
was a
79
success.
million lives
It
saved
like
by
like
veterans
if you actually look at the
and played
gameplay of players in
65
Overwatch 2, like
years
right when
without
Overwatch 2 came
problem.
out, like hella people
I
played it for
love
the first 2
problem.
weeks and then it completely dropped off.
The development of Overwatch is first and foremost focused on you, our players. We want
I will
our
say, though,
game to represent
If you were to ask me,
the
like,
community.
do I think
From the
Overwatch is a
release of
bad
our
game? I
Simone
like don't
map
think it's a bad
to
game.
our
I think Overwatch is super
celebration of
polished.
pride,
I think the characters
our
are like
first tie-in
pretty
for
cool
Ruby and
overall.
Heroes
I think there's like a
by
lot of
FIFA
strategy. I think it's like a
We also
decently
want
competitive
Overwatch to
game.
recognize those focused on achievements,
There's just clearly
prowess,
stuff in the game though
and
that
released our new progression
it's hard to
system
take the game like
and the
seriously,
first
and it's
set of
really
Zero
hard for a
Mastery
new
courses
person to
this year.
follow. And you
And
really got to
for
make a
those
game. It's
that
like League of
just want
Legends.
something a little
I think it's
different,
impossible to get your friends to play League of Legends now.
We've run April Fools and
They also like
released
just
a
keep
dating
releasing
sim, an
skins, which
actual
I feel like
dating sim, Lover
they
Watch.
would rather release skins than like address
Listening
the
to your
problems in the game.
feedback is important to us. And it's driven the team to look at changes to some of the core systems of the game.
Like
We've been hard at
Sojourn
work
was
on an
hella fun to
overhaul of our
play.
competitive system.
Super fucking broken. It was like the
We'll
most
get into that a bit
obviously
today
broken
and a
character
bunch
ever,
more
and they
over
kind
the
of just like
course of
left
BlizzCon.
it broken as shit.
And
So like we all played
there
it.
is so much more to come. We'd like to give you all a glimpse at as much as we're able to show you coming next year. And boy, do we have
Who's
some
this?
fun things to
Is it
talk
DPS
about.
character?
So let's get into it.
I'm gonna watch a little bit of each segment, Magic, and then I'm gonna skip through until I get to
share our
WoW.
first big announcement,
Because
I
like, there's
am
no
honored
fucking way
to
that these
introduce
guys
the
are
art
reviving
director of
Overwatch 2. I think it's
Dion
impossible.
Rogers.
Sorry, I'm a bit excited. The energy is all.
As much as I like don't like certain
You know,
Blizzard games,
Aaron and I have been
I
working
think
on this
Blizzard
universe since
like
before
they
Overwatch
put
had
enough
been
work into their game that I'm like
working
willing to check it
together
out.
with an incredible
And
team
who
down
knows,
at
like I might play
Blizzard.
Overwatch 2 with my
Many are
housemates,
with us today at BlizzCon. Creating
but I will
such an
not be
incredible
happy
game with
playing
so
it.
many amazing people,
Okay, I will not
and
be
seeing
happy
what
with
it
it.
means to you all, it's meant everything to us. And out of all the things we work on, one of our favorites is to create new heroes.
Why don't they release another
You
Hanzo?
know, Overwatch is full of big personalities, and it takes a special individual to really stand out. And the team has been working hard.
Who is the girl on the
No one
left?
can
Who's the
predict
girl
who
on the
this
left of
next hero
Kiriko?
is. We haven't leaked any articles. We haven't leaked a spray or two. And
I
we've left
think
zero
it would be
hints.
so awesome
Especially
if they
now in our
released
recent
Overwatch 3,
Salmo
because that's
event.
just like a sock in the face to all
Now,
fans.
Who's ready to meet the newest hero?
Sorry to keep you all waiting.
So it's just
Now that I'm
Bastion.
here, let's have some
So they're
fun.
releasing Roadhog Bastion.
Yep, that's my name, all right. This right here is Gunny, and she can light up the whole dance floor. And this one's Cha-Cha. He's a sensitive little fella, a real hothead. And when I fire them both, it's double trouble.
This has to be a tank.
Actual gameplay footage.
This character looks so unskilled.
Going so soon, I'm gonna miss ya.
I'm curious like what his defensive skill is, because this guy has such a big hitbox, like he has to be tanky in some way.
Both hearts pumping.
So he just has lifesteal?
I got your back. For now. Here I come. Says say quick kicky.
Infinite ammunition.
We got him where we
Dude. You tell me 5 people can't beat this Maui character?
So was I worth the wait? We're gonna have a hell of a time.
I think it's really hard to tell if like a character is gonna be good based off of the trailer, because like obviously he looks broken as fuck. But like, what if you just ult in and then you get like
That's
one
awesome.
shot?
I love that trailer. We had a lot of fun working on it. It's amazing to finally announce Malga. He was first introduced, you guys know, 4 years ago.
All right, so he's a tank.
Away with a big bag, but
Yes. Within the Clash mode, we are returning to the home of the Shimada clan with the new Hanamura map, Hanaoka.
So they're just gonna like cater to us weebs, huh?
Additionally, we are working on overhauls to some of our most important in-game systems. Overwatch is a highly competitive game, and in early 2024, we'll release a reworked version of our competitive system with all new competitive rewards.
I think no one cares about this. I'm gonna be super
And with
honest.
season
soon.
Hail Lilith, Blessed Mother.
Do people still play Diablo 4? I feel like Diablo 4 had so much potential to be like awesome and sick, but they just like dropped the ball with it.
The general manager of Diablo, Rod Ferguson.
If I'm the leader of Diablo, I would just make up a last name. I would be like Sean Hellchaser, or like I would just change my last name.
This feels amazing. So glad you're here.
Diablo Immortal? Isn't this the mobile game?
You might not know this, but 60% of Diablo Immortal players have never played a Diablo game before. So we really welcome them to our universe.
Is Diablo Immortal a mobile game?
Now,
they did make her sick as fuck. They made whatever her name is, who like is against Tyrael. She's fucking cool. They did a really good job like creating her.
So live now is our new boss ladder. This is a series of additional boss fights from level 55.
I have to skip this, sorry chat. I know that some of you probably love Diablo. I'm just like not a fan of PvE stuff.
In Diablo 4, as we learn the fate of the prime evil Mephisto and his demonic...
Wait, I see something incredible coming up. I see World of Warcraft in here.
Your love for this game. So
I don't love Diablo, sorry. I loved Diablo 2. I played the shit out of it. Hated Diablo 3. Diablo 4 was a huge miss.
Deeper dive on some of the upcoming game changes, and we'll also have a special Q&A session to close it out. So enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you, and we'll see you in Sanctuary.
Low key, I want to watch the new mobile game for like World of Warcraft. I think they have it's like Clash Royale, but it's like World of Warcraft.
Butters, go buy World of Warcraft, install it on your computer, and join the online sensation before we all murder you. All right then.
Welcome to the world of Warcraft.
I'm William Shatner.
If you make a guild, get the peeps in. Okay, I'm down. You guys can all join my guild.
I'm Mr. T, and this is my Night Elf Mohawk.
There's no such thing as a Night Elf Mohawk.
Shut up, fool!
This role-playing game where heroes like Leroy Jenkins do battle.
Leroy
Jenkins. That would be the world of Warcraft.
How could you not know that? All my friends that even play WoW knew Leroy Jenkins.
Perfect. That was fire.
Wait, it's the guy from Stranger Things, the dad.
For the Alliance!
Dude, it like low key, it kind of like kills me because I think Warcraft and StarCraft are probably the best universes ever made, but they're not like being utilized to their maximum potential like very well.
Welcome, the general manager of
And I
Warcraft,
think Blizzard is kind of in this place right now where they're trying to figure out like where to go without like pissing anyone off, but they went like so far in a random direction that's like pretty hard to do that.
And thank you. And we are ready to work.
Am I at the World of Warcraft section? Today? This guy's the general manager of Warcraft itself.
Big shout out to the Warcraft teams. They are so happy to be here today. We have so much cool stuff to show you. So give it up for my Warcraft teams.
So you just have a team of humans and a team of orcs? Where did the orcs come from?
Can you believe that
I think WoW is in a great state right now. I personally am not a fan of current retail WoW.
Longest running fantasy adventures in video game history. Right? Generations of players have called Azeroth home. Teenagers that first played Warcraft when it was released. I know you're out there.
I was a teenager when I played Warcraft.
are now parents,
I am not a parent though, but I did play when I was a teen.
raising new heroes to take on the raids and battlegrounds.
I am not letting my kid touch World of Warcraft. That is heroin.
It's those shared stories of Azeroth, both in-game and out, that make up this universe. Today is a great day for Warcraft.
Also, have they just like given up on StarCraft? Like, are they just like fuck
Of a
StarCraft?
bold new chapter that will take us through the next 3 decades and beyond. Oh yeah.
The next
With a
3
variety of
decades,
games to
30
entertain you,
years.
we
They think that whatever
welcome
they're gonna announce is 30 years long.
your community. Okay, Alliance. Just practice. We're going to give you a chance to do it a little louder later. Throughout the taverns of Azeroth, tall tales of adventure are retold through the whimsical and clever card play of Hearthstone.
Hearthstone!
Yeah.
This is it. This is my
I like
chance.
to imagine humans and orcs getting together, showing off their collections, and boasting of their deeds. But in the basements of those same taverns, they're playing a new game.
Hearthstone Battlegrounds.
Warcraft Rumble. Yeah.
Warcraft Rumble. Low key,
Me too.
I want to play the fuck out of this
Puts the
game if it's like
battlefields
Clash
and
Royale.
dungeons of Azeroth in the palm of your hand. And
Like, I
finally,
think Clash Royale is like
World of
supposed to be a mobile game. That game is like the best mobile game I've ever played. Hey, Anakin. I'm not even sure what they could do with the
WoW
SC universe
immerses
considering they
us
kind of
in
ended the
Azeroth,
lore.
where we are the champions, fighting alongside each other in shared adventure. Almost 20 years ago, WoW revolutionized online communities and reimagined the enduring entertainment of massively multiplayer gaming.
Yeah, I
The
will say
very
World of
first
Warcraft did
BlizzCon
like pioneer like
introduced
true
our
MMOs.
first expansion. So it's only fitting that we're here today to lay the foundation for WoW's future. Yeah. Azeroth is a home we can always escape to. A home that is always waiting for us. Together, we build this universe. Our teams craft the worlds and the adventures, but it is all of you who bring it to life. You are the heartbeat of the brand new adventures that are about to unfold.
Should I dress up when I go to BlizzCon? I feel like if I dress up, there's a higher chance the cameraman looks at me.
Entertainment. Thank you.
Please welcome from Hearthstone, lead designer Cora Georgiou.
Wait, like, okay, not to flame Hearthstone. They cannot. I think Hearthstone is like past its prime. Like, I think you cannot play Hearthstone anymore. I think you have to play a different game. I don't know what the population of Hearthstone is. I feel like it's tiny.
It's really nice to see you all. We are thrilled to soon be celebrating.
It would also be really hard if I worked at
10th
Blizzard if I have to introduce a game that I don't think is very good. Like, if I have to introduce Heroes of the Storm, which I know that they discontinued, it would be really hard for me to go up in front of like thousands, tens of thousands of people and like really try and sell the game.
With all of you. Whether you aspire to climb the ladder to legend, enjoy brawling with friends in the battlegrounds,
Dude, fuck Hearthstone. Everyone plays Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Do you know why you don't enjoy retail? Yeah, I can explain to you actually after this.
thank you all for being a part of our bustling tavern.
There are some things I really like about retail, but there are a lot of things that kind of turn it into like a little bit too casual of a game for me.
But we have so much to enjoy before then. So let's talk about what's happening right now in Hearthstone and in Battlegrounds. We're setting the stage for a standoff in Hearthstone's upcoming expansion,
Showdown in the
Showdown
Badlands.
in the Badlands, which takes place in Azeroth's Wild West.
Okay, sorry. I
Strangers,
swear to God, I'm not trying to be a hater. I feel like this is not a very good like.
though they may not know it now.
What's the word I'm looking for? Like genre to introduce Badlands. I feel like Badlands, like cowboys, are not like a very popular like thing in Azeroth.
In the beginning, I was all alone, trying my best to do some good out there.
Like when I see the wild, I get it's just a theme for now, but I feel like the Wild Wild West like doesn't really make sense in like there's no like there wouldn't be an undead cowboy or like an undead like a demon cowboy, you know? Or like a night elf cowboy like that. It doesn't. This feels like really memey to me, and I think Blizzard is allowed to be memey and funny and stuff, but this like archetype doesn't interest me.
Waiting to explode.
It's like when Lord of the Rings released their new game where you just play as a dwarf. Like that doesn't interest me, but I do like the world still. But I think that I would have much rather played the elves.
Just when I need it.
Morning, Desert Punk.
Let's do this.
You got it, partner.
I didn't intentionally pursue leadership.
I'm gonna punch ya!
Candle mudslider.
This is rough. What do you got against dwarves, Sean? Look, it's not even me disrespecting the dwarves. I'm playing a dwarf priest in WoW right now. I don't hate dwarves. That's not the problem. It's just like, do you get what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to revive Hearthstone, and I'm bringing you like cowboy Hearthstone. It's like, I don't think there's a big enough demographic that are into cowboys in the Wild Wild West. Like, I think you could release. You got to be like really. I have played Legends of Runeterra. I was not a big fan of it. I think Hearthstone is way better. Like, okay, you need to be tactful with like what you do. You could release Shadow in the Badlands back when Westworld came out on Netflix and it was popping the fuck off. That's when you release it. You gotta save this. There's a time and place for everything, you know?
A motherload of exciting new cards. You can get your hands on them and more when Showdown in the Badlands.
To be fair though, I think she
November
presented this fine. Like, I just think that you can't revive Hearthstone right now. I think Hearthstone's in a rough place because people have really short attention spans now and they don't really like card games.
A new expansion. That's a lot of new cards on top of 5 sets that are already in the standard rotation. And if you're a new player or you're coming back after a break, that can be a little overwhelming.
So I quit playing Hearthstone. I used to play every day. I quit playing Hearthstone because after every new season, you just had to buy all the new cards and it was a pain in the ass.
We're excited to announce catch-up packs. These are game-changing for getting your collection.
This doesn't work. The issue is not like getting the cards. The issue is that you have to like relearn it. Like,
in a regular Hearthstone card pack,
I get it. I get what they're trying to do. Like, you kind of have to do this. But the same issue would be like if you join League of Legends and I just gave you all of the champions. It's like the issue isn't that you didn't have all the champions. The issue is that there's just like way too much information overload, and I would rather do something else. What's up, Blue? What's your question?
And for all of you here at BlizzCon in person, or those of you at home who purchased either BlizzCon collection, we're also gifting you a few more packs.
Like, this is like sending me to college and you give me like all the books and tools that I need to like succeed, but I'm just thrown into like computer science, a random major I didn't pick, and then now I have to like learn it all. It's like,
we'll also be adding quite a few of them into pre-purchase bundles for Showdown in the Badlands. We hope to see all
also like if I have to buy it, it's like the same problem that like I had to buy the packs before. I probably just have to pay slightly less now.
All right. feel like we might have some Battlegrounds fans out here. Yeah.
I love Hearthstone
So you
Battlegrounds.
might remember
When I turn
then
off
that the
stream, I
last
play this
time we were
game.
all together
This
at
is my guilty
BlizzCon,
pleasure game I play.
we unveiled
I do meal prep. I'm playing Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I'm like
what started
working
as an
on stream stuff. I'm playing Hearthstone Battlegrounds.
huge part of the game and a fun way
Hearthstone
to
Battlegrounds
play
is the
in the
best
tavern.
game, casual game I think Blizzard's
But
ever
playing
made.
together is what inspired the new mode we're debuting here today. Queuing up as a party for a lobby is great, but ultimately, you play against each other. What if you could actually play teamed up alongside each other? Sounds fun, doesn't it? We're pleased to announce a truly cooperative
I can't
way
tell if
to
this is a
play
good idea.
Battlegrounds duos.
It said in loving memory of Broden Plett because he put so many hours into it, it's like he died.
With a shared health pool, team combat, and sending cards back and forth between teammates. Now you can fight with your friends instead of against them. We were inspired by the Battleground community's creativity, finding ways to team up and help each other achieve top
I
score.
think
So now we're setting an
in a
official
I think
table
there's a
for
world
you
where
and
this
your
could be
partner
like
to
really
take the
fun.
crown together. For those of you here in person, grab a friend or make a new one, because you can try Battlegrounds duos here at BlizzCon right now at the Hearthstone demo area.
Okay. This is like I have a problem with this and I like it's just because it might just be a me problem.
We're planning to launch this
It is
new way to
really
play for
fucking
everyone
hard
early
to
next
find
year.
someone
You can learn
who
more
is
later
like
today and
the
see
same
new
skill
heroes
level
and
as you
minions that make teamwork
in
so fun
Hearthstone
in
Battlegrounds. It's like really hard. And like the reason why Hearthstone Battlegrounds is so successful is because it's like really casual and like it feels competitive and it like feels good to play. And you can do Hearthstone Battlegrounds and you can do it while doing something else.
in the tavern.
You like brush your teeth, clean your room. Like it's like a game that you play and you do something else while you're doing it.
If you want to catch up after
I
4
think
years
if you're
away,
gonna make it duos, it makes the game a little bit too like.
we'll see you in the tavern.
Okay, that's just my opinion. I think that this will be fun for a little bit. I think that it's not like a I don't think people are gonna like really play it. Like, did people really play TFT double up like a lot? Like you play it, but it like dies off pretty fast. I really hope that they show in-game footage of this. How can you beat Onyxia? Is this the Clash Royale game? Why would this not work? Oh. Ooh, I'll have to refund your points. It only works in my other thing when I'm not watching a video. The biggest thing, I'll give it back to you, Blue. The biggest thing is like I don't let it play when we're watching videos because it blocks the whole screen. Wait, that doesn't look like Warcraft Rumble at all. That looks like you're like that was not a very good demonstration. Do
Please
you
welcome,
fight?
from Warcraft Rumble, executive producer Vic Sarath.
Is that game out or is it coming out? Oh, they'll show it.
You gotta love Onyxia. She didn't even use a deep breath there. Hello?
Wait, sorry, I might skip too far. Is there like PvE in
It's
this?
because of your support and the
How are you building towers? Okay, this looks exactly like Clash Royale, but the maps are like kind of confusing me. I would play this though. I didn't watch the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I heard it was bad. You defeat the enemies and control for a certain time and targets erected.
I gotta admit, it's pretty cool watching that video and just thinking about how far we've come since last year. At this point, we just can't wait for all of you to hop in and play. And I mean, we literally can't wait. That's why we've made Warcraft Rumble available to download and play right now.
All right. Fuck it, let's play.
This is such a huge moment for us, and we're so all excited to have you join us. And for
Do you think I could start a guild at level 1?
Let's bring down the Wi-Fi together. You know I'm kidding, right? Please.
Okay, I'll make a clan and we all join.
I'm in a lot of trouble once I get off of here. Whether you're a veteran of Azeroth or just have a deep love for strategy games, there's a lot to enjoy here. We've got a huge campaign with over 70 bosses. And for those of you looking for an especially unique challenge, we even have a heroic campaign with an extra
I have to
layer of
sign in with my Battle.net? This is
cooked up
legit.
ourselves.
Wait, can I play this on PC?
We've got maps with verticality, capture points, resources.
Okay, I'm
crafts,
installing it right
and
now,
all kinds
guys.
of other contraptions. Each map was lovingly handcrafted by our team and is its own unique puzzle. But how you choose to solve the
Downloading it
puzzle
right now.
is completely up to you. And when you're in the mood for a solo dungeon, we've got you covered there as well.
Not to be like
Dungeons
nitpicky as
in
fuck, I
Warcraft
think the
Rumble
font
are
that they're using in the
intense,
download bars
three-mission
is really
gauntlets to
ugly.
Places like Normagon and the Dead Mines, where you equip your armies with game-changing relics until your run is over. Or jump into PvP.
Wait,
and dunk
can
it
I
out
actually
with,
play
other
this
players
on my
maps
PC or do I
inspired by
can I
some of
only
the
play
most
this on mobile?
legendary maps and battlegrounds found in World of Warcraft.
It's Blizzard's new game that
Join a
he's talking
guild
about right
and work
now
together with your
called
friends towards some super special
Warcraft
shared
Rumble.
rewards. I can only say nice.
It's mobile only.
That's just what we have in the game.
The only
right
reason I
now.
ask if it's
We
on
have
PC is because
so
you have to
much
connect your
more coming.
Battle.net account. So I thought like there's a
Starters,
world in which you could play on
we're gonna be
PC.
releasing a new mini with each
This type
season.
of game is like better for mobile
And that
anyways, so
also
you're not
starts
really like at an
right
advantage
now.
if you play on PC.
Season 1 of Warcraft Rumble is live, and the latest addition to our growing roster of minis is none other than the Banshee Queen herself.
Sylvanas. Sylvanas the Windrunner.
We're also working on even more ways for you to play with or against your friends, and that includes the biggest challenge in all of Rumble, raids. Make sure to join our Warcraft Rumblings panel later today to hear all about raids and what else we have.
Wait,
in
we can
store
raid
for the future of
together?
This game.
You're using BlueStacks on your Android?
Now, BlizzCon, before I go,
Dude, I'm
I
playing
just
the
wanted to let you
tutorial.
know, the team and I, many of whom are here in Anaheim with us right now, we love playing strategy games. And we set out to make a game that harkens back to our RTS roots, where Warcraft began almost 30 years ago. It is really made out of a genuine love for Warcraft by people with deep roots in the universe. No matter how you like to play, there's something for everyone to love in Warcraft Rumble. Thank you so much, BlizzCon. Enjoy the
It's
chaos,
making me
and we'll
play
see
the
you in game.
tutorial.
executive producer, World of Warcraft, Holly Longdale.
Holly Longdale. Whoa, she like dressed up as like a Warcraft character.
Wow. What's up, BlizzCon? Oh, I'm so excited to see you all here. This is fantastic. Well, can you believe we've been playing World of Warcraft for almost 20 years? You know, 2004 was a while ago, right? You know, some of us, we waited in those lines for those midnight releases and got our discs. Yeah! And we raced home to install those WoW discs one by one.
Okay, I played the tutorial. I will play this later and I'll create it.
Across nearly 2 decades, players all over the world have taken part in the stories of Jaina, Sylvanas, Arthas, and Thrall.
Why didn't she say Illidan? Illidan was like one of the coolest characters in WoW.
And together we've jumped through the portal into Outland. We sailed off into Northrend, and we watched Sargeras stab the world with that sword. During that time, gaming has changed, and you have changed, and so have we, particularly in the past year. The entire team across both Modern and Classic have embraced their communities. We are truly listening to your voices and taking action. My friends at BlizzCon, now is the perfect time to prepare to close chapters, open new ones, and double down on why we all fell in love with World of Warcraft in the first place.
Well, I fell in love with World of Warcraft because it was the best game ever. I do not think.
With that in mind, let's get to it. As many of you
I
know,
don't think that like there. I'm not even like exaggerating. I like trying to be as unbiased as possible. I think World of Warcraft was like the best game in the entire world at one point.
most of you know that still drives us today.
Like the entire world played this game.
Inspired by our
Doesn't matter like what region you're from. Like everyone played this.
Hardcore.
Okay, so classic hardcore. This is it. This is what I'm playing right now. I'm curious what they're gonna do.
Hardcore, you only get one life. And if you die, you may laugh, you may cry, you may have to replace a keyboard, but you go again. We've loved watching you take on the challenge or die trying. And because the hardcore community has asked, the team is planning to add a new way to play hardcore early next year.
Okay, early next year is pretty fucking good because that's like in a few months.
Last month in Wrath Classic, we released the Fall of the Lich King patch. And while there's still more to come in Wrath, earlier this year, we looked at your
Wait, is
feedback
Fall of the
to
Lich
think
King
about
similar to
where
Wrath
are
of the
we
Lich
gonna
King?
go
Because
next?
like.
We read through a lot, and I mean a lot of your feedback on social media forums, and we sent out surveys to our players. And here at BlizzCon, we're happy to announce Cataclysm is coming. And
Wait, I don't
coming
understand why
with
this is good.
hashtag changes based on your feedback, just like you'd expect from Classic. So now, let's jump into the Wayback Machine and get a reminder of
Like,
all things
aren't-
Cataclysm.
Wait, they're not. Wait, I don't understand. Wait, they're talking about WoW hardcore, and then they're just going to like not hardcore. Also, I get that they're trying to like save money, but I like hate this animation. I like cannot stand these graphics. This is like super lazy Unreal Engine like 3 graphics, not even Unreal Engine 5. But I do know that Blizzard's like cinematics, the ones that are super good, cost them like millions to create. I just like I just don't like these graphics. It feels like a mix between like cinematic graphics and gameplay graphics. I don't really like it. To me, this feels like a worse, like Clash Royale. It's not worse than Clash Royale, but it's really similar to me. It's like really cartoony and like. It feels a little bit like it's too much min-maxing. Like this is the best graphics to like how much we have to spend ratio type thing.
Neltharion, it is time to end this.
Everyone succumbs in the end. Deathwing has sundered this world so that its true lords may return.
This is Alakir the Windlord. This is made by a community guy. Blizzard hired them. Plus, Blizzard already had their own cinematics for this. Oh, I think if Blizzard has their own cinematics, I should do it. Like, I don't think I don't think that this guy's bad. It's just me personally. I just don't like this animation. Like, you know who I would have hired if I'm having like a community like person to make it? I would have went like a completely different angle. Like this looks fine. I think this type of animation for like these shots are fine. I think when it gets like really close up, like that fall to me just looked like really like. It feels like clay animation to me, and it like I hate clay animation. I hated Wallace and Gromit. I just like just certain things look okay in this style and certain things look terrible to me. So personally, like I don't think that this is like, for me this doesn't feel that great because like they already did this, and so they're literally like I don't even know if they have to change any code. Aren't they just like re-releasing the expansions like from vanilla?
Get ready, my friends.
Like, what's the difference between what already happened now that we're playing in retail and like what is happening? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Is coming in the first half of next year.
I'm surprised anyone cares about this. Like, this already happened. This is like, hey, let's play Sean Goes to Middle School again. Like, it's like, I already went to middle school though.
So much, in fact, that we thought we'd add.
Because it's eventually going to just catch up to retail, right?
And a dash of discovery.
No, I hated Wallace and Gromit. I also didn't like Gumby.
Discovery is vanilla wow with a spicy twist. You're going to discover new secrets as you scour the world and find class-altering abilities.
Wait, can someone clear this up?
Have you ever wondered what it
So,
might be like to be a tanking warlock?
they're creating classic WoW
Or take on the role
Cataclysm?
of a mage healer?
Or they're creating classic WoW.
Season of Discovery, you can. The season is going to launch with an initial level cap of 25. And when you hit that max level, you'll be met with the brand new level 25 endgame. You'll discover a brand new 10-player Black Fathom Deeps raid with new and reimagined bosses, mechanics, and of course, rewards.
I guess like I know that classic is for a nostalgic factor, but like what I'm currently thinking right now is classic WoW is eventually gonna like hit retail, and then there's no difference, right? So this sounds like what I would want them to do, like to keep classic WoW in classic, but create new raids and stuff.
Go check it out. For all of you watching online, don't worry.
I will say, I think that this is going to be a little bit, like, really confusing to, like, explain to my...
all of the secrets.
Because, like, okay, this is it.
There will be no
World of Warcraft,
testing.
super fucking cool. I think that retail has its own audience. I'm not in the audience, but it, like, makes sense for a different audience. Vanilla WoW for me, and, like, Wrath of the Lich King, Burning Crusade, like, that's my favorite season. The reason why I stopped playing World of Warcraft is because I don't like where the direction they were going with WoW, so I left to go play like League of Legends, Valorant, like Apex. Like I just like competitive games because I think that they kind of ruined PvP and they made. Personally, I think that World of Warcraft got pretty lazy with Missa Pandaria and like onwards. I felt like classes all kind of merged together. Like all healers felt the same, all DPS felt the same, all tanks felt the same. Like all tanks have a AoE taunt, all tanks have an oh shit button, all tanks have a single really strong taunt, all tanks have like itemization. It doesn't matter if you collect like as a druid, it doesn't matter if you collect like tank gear or DPS gear. When you change specs, it automatically changes for you. It's like made everything so easy and convenient for you that there's no like hardship in the game.
Season 3 will start with the last raid of the expansion, Amir Drasil, the Dream's Hope.
I want a proper mage hunter, Pally combined with a hunter. Yeah, I also didn't like that like DPS classes now have a way to like heal. Like what they did in World of Warcraft that like turned me off, which they're gonna go towards eventually because it caters more to a casual audience and you make more money from appeasing casual players and like hardcore players is
we are evolving. We are changing our
I don't like that they make classes more shallow for the sake of like the game is just overall easier for everyone. And like I can understand why more people want that because it's like it's a pain in the ass to like get a warlock to have to summon you to a dungeon, but it makes you as like a warlock feel like I have a job. But instead of that, instead of like they just make it more convenient, like oh we don't need a warlock, let's just have a summoning stone and like all that jazz. Like because you make classes really shallow and not necessary. Like you could do raids with only having like a bunch of paladins. You wouldn't need a priest, you don't need a druid, you don't need a like shaman, like you don't need that. You could just have all of like one healer if you want to. You could have just like a fuckload of mages.
Please welcome my friend and the executive creative director of the Warcraft
But like they shouldn't like Blizzard shouldn't be catering to me, right? I think Blizzard created hardcore for me, like people like me. Like, I understand. I mean, isn't Classic mostly spamming the same spell for most classes? Plus, Raid don't have many mechanics. So my favorite part the reason why I'm playing Vanilla WoW is because it's hardcore. So it makes it hard. My favorite season in World of Warcraft was Season 3 and Season 4, which is like Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King. Like, I thought when like PvP was a thing, and it was like pretty balanced, that was like when the game felt the best to me.
BlizzCon as one.
The thing I like about Classic WoW right now, so I don't like Classic WoW. I think I only like Vanilla WoW because it adds that like edge that I want. Because I already played Vanilla WoW, so it's like I'm doing the same thing, but now I have to like really min-max things, or else if I die, it's over.
Strange trip to get back to this spot. I tell you that. It has been interesting this past year being back under the hood of World of Warcraft. It has reminded me of a few things. One, I love Warcraft.
I would say it wasn't until Burning Crusade Wrath of the Lich King that
Number two,
like the game didn't take like a lot of skill. The game kind of just took a lot of time. Like I agree with you. I think Vanilla WoW rewards time over skill put in. If you played the game like 16 hours a day every day, you would just be strong inherently. In Season 3 and Season 4, like Season 2 is when they like introduced PvP becoming balanced, and Season 3 and Season 4 is like now people are starting to understand the game and everyone is like really good.
Next year is the 20th anniversary of World of Warcraft. I can't even believe it. Whatever. How many of you
I think if you were to ask people like who played World of Warcraft, it kind of happens with every game, right? Like a game like hits the nail on like they really executed a good game. Like I think World of Warcraft World of Warcraft Vanilla popped the fuck off. Its timing was like perfect. It like killed EverQuest essentially. RuneScape didn't really compete with it because it was like its own thing, and like MapleStory was like too like cutesy of a game. So like it had its own audience, and like it had no competition. Like Lost Ark wasn't out, like BDO wasn't out. Like World of Warcraft was pretty much a monopoly at the time, and then like in that monopoly, like it gained so much loyalty to it.
Right? And some of those early mythic ideas that kind of established the background of
But you have to be like a little bit. It's like so hard. I
about
think it's almost
even some
impossible
of the
to keep
newer
your game like
ideas that have played out more
at its
recently,
peak. Because let's
still
take
in a
League of Legends,
way
for example. Season
feel
3,
a
Season
little
4, I think was like the best League of Legends ever. And I think you could
And in
ask,
the mix
that's my opinion, you could ask anyone who's played
of
League of
all
Legends
that
for like 10
stuff,
years. I think most people think
mix
Season
of
3,
all those
Season 4 was the
ideas,
best. But
particular
it was the
things
best
like,
because that was when the formula was like really good and new. And it's like really unfortunate because the formula works, but you cannot keep the formula the same or people get bored, right? Would you say BDO is a good MMO? Personally, I don't think it was a good MMO, but I think it had a lot of things you could do, which is really important. It's super important for your MMO to have something for everyone. Has to have good PvP. It has to have good PvE. It has to have like mount collecting. It has to have like professions. It has to have like world building. It has to have lore. Like
confrontation between the forces.
I think there's so many MMO. Like Amazon tried to make their MMO. It just like seemed like it lacked in like so many areas that it wasn't very good.
Nothing. My pally Maine, I'm all in on that kind of thing if it
But
happens.
yeah, the reason why I don't like retail WoW is because I don't like the classes all
And really
feel the
big
same.
question for all the marbles. What
Something I do like about retail WoW is they did make it like pretty easy to get your friends into, which is probably like pretty much like one of the better things. Like I try and get my friends to play League of Legends, it's fucking impossible. I try and get my friends to play like Apex Legends, it's fucking hard. The games,
everything we need to know.
it's really hard because when a game gets figured out and it's min-max and there's guides posted everywhere, there's like, okay, that's a good example. So you guys play video games, right? It doesn't matter what game you play, whether it's Counter-Strike, Valorant, like anything you play. Games are really fucking fun when like they're starting to get figured out, but guides aren't out yet because there's no like incorrect way to play. People are like learning the game. People are discovering the game. There's like the magic of the game. Okay. I think a little bit of season 2. I think season 3, season 4 of Blizzard. Whoa. What is this? Is it because BlizzCon ended? Is there like a whole thing I can watch that's not a reaction? Or should I just watch this? What's 10 minutes? It's because they were live streaming it and I was like a little bit behind and then it just ended. Okay. Blizzard. Wait, does Blizzard not have like its own YouTube channel? I do want to watch this. So this is for retail. Also, wait, I'm clearing this up. So Liuji, I don't think retail World of Warcraft is bad in any way, shape, or form. I think retail WoW they did a great job. I think it's just like I've played World of Warcraft since day one. And like I've just like played through vanilla. I played through vanilla when like arguably the game was like had a lot of flaws. Like it's their first MMO starting out. They fuck up a lot, but they like are fixing their flaws and then they're following the lore of the books. And then Wrath of the Lich King came out. I loved Arthas. I love Illidan. I love all that shit. They're in that. I'm like, cool, this is sick as fuck. Mists of Pandaria come out. I'm like, oh, I guess this is okay. I'll play it for a little bit. I wasn't like a huge fan of that. I wasn't really the biggest fan of Cataclysm. Damage like kind of got out of control and they're tweaking. Something that like bothers me about World of Warcraft, and I don't know how they could like get around this. I hate complaining about something. I don't have a solution for it, but the way I felt going into World of Warcraft was they're going to just keep creating content and all of the land that's like before or all of the land that was like really important in the past is just irrelevant. Does not matter. But like, I honestly can't imagine like any series or franchise that I've loved since I was a kid that like scaled like super well and properly. Like, I would say Star Wars for me. After Disney bought it, unless Disney wants to sponsor me or Star Wars wants to sponsor me, but I would say at a certain point I stopped loving Star Wars and I just started liking Star Wars. Like, I don't hate Star Wars. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate retail WoW, but it really went from something you like loved, and like I used to like go to BlizzCon. I was hype as fuck. I was a kid. Like, it just blew me away. And then now it's like it comes out and I'm like, oh, it's like
You're here to
another.
tell me we don't get to hide.
It's like another blank.
Is that
But
it?
like, if you play a paladin in vanilla WoW and you play a paladin in retail you can do so much more. In vanilla, you stand there and you auto attack. It's kind of like a mundane MMO. So I think that another thing that is it's like, I don't think it's a big deal, but it bothers me like a little bit, is I don't like when numbers get like giga inflated. Like, I don't like when I hit someone for like a million damage. Like, I think they should just fuck it and like just like make the numbers like a real number that matters. Like, if I hit you for 1,000 and 1,000 is like a lot, I'm like, okay, I get 1,000. But if I hit you for like 180k, I'm like, is that a lot or is that a little? Like, that sounds like a lot. That sounds like no one should have that much health. But like, because the numbers are so inflated, it's just like,
someone
it looks ugly to me.
is calling
Like,
out
I played
from the
PvP with
heart
John in retail WoW like last season, and I like,
from a dream.
I just basically look at percentage of their health, but the number doesn't mean anything to me. Yeah, I started in the Brain Crusade, and the reason I played back then is different from the reason I play now. Back then I played to learn about the world and explore it. Now I mostly play for in-game content. Yeah, farming, transmogs, and mounts.
Again.
That's just how it is.
My son.
I don't know who this is. Is this supposed to be
I'm not
Anduin
that
or like?
person anymore. I have no light. Not after what I've seen.
I know that's Thrall. This doesn't look like Anduin though, because he's all like, he's kind of like hot and like disheveled now.
You are not your past.
I don't know if you guys saw the Warcraft movie. I saw it. I brought a bunch of people. I brought a bunch of my friends that have never seen Warcraft. Low key, I thought it was good. Like,
I trust you.
dude, if Thrall's on my team, I feel like we're pretty OP. It'd be a fucked up place to be a human in this world.
They're getting worse.
His hand is so big.
Look, whatever's coming, I'll stand with you. Of course I will. But we were drawn here by the voice. Who is it, Thrall?
How come no one in World of Warcraft has acne? I feel like they don't have good skincare in this world.
I'm not sure yet.
I do think Thrall's skin is a little dry, but like overall, not that bad. Not that bad for like what he's been through.
But that sword was aimed at someone.
I think if you threw that sword and you missed, you have terrible aim. You think global warming's bad? I think being on this planet is bad. I mean, that was okay. Like, I think the budget for that trailer was not very big. Like, okay. I always show this trailer because it's like... okay. Again, I have like really high standards for Blizzard. They were everything to me growing up. And so I kind of hold them to like this standard, and it's really hard for them to like keep up to this standard.
The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees.